Hey, I'm Dr. Michelle, the Innate Mom, and I apologize if I go ahead and vomit a whole bunch of truth all over you today, but I'm just so sick and tired of hearing so many horrible experiences that women are having during childbirth. It is one of the most amazing God-given gifts that we as women have to claim, and it's totally become something that it was never intended to be. And for what? Women, we are not wired to have our babies in a hospital. Just not. You are instinctually and intelligently designed to give birth to your baby in an environment that feels safe, that feels comfortable, that feels familiar. Are surrounded by people who are comfortable and familiar to you. That's how you are designed. I'm sure you've heard of the term nesting. Nesting occurs when women who are pregnant are frantically trying to get the environment that they are going to bring their baby into safe and prepared and comfortable. And it turns up in many women as cleaning frantically. I know in my case, we had a new house for about 4 years that I had never bought furniture for. And I went out one day when I was pregnant with my first child, and I went out and I bought almost an entire house full of furniture. My husband came home and he was like, "What the heck?" But that's nesting. That's your body's need and your body's motivation to make sure that the environment that you're going to bring your baby into is safe and prepared and ready. Now, what happens nowadays, women, when you go into labor, what are we told to do? We're told to pack our bags and head to the hospital. And the minute you do that, your body and your mind subconsciously says, wait a second, where did that environment that I've been preparing for the last 2 months go? The one that was familiar and safe and ready and prepared for me to bring my baby into this world. And so subconsciously and your mind, your body goes through what is called a stress response. It's a physiological response that your body has towards any stressor. Now, it doesn't matter if the stress is big or it's small, the response that your body goes through is the same. So now it's like you are trying to give birth to your baby while running from a tiger. So, is it any wonder that 50% of women who go into the hospital to deliver their baby are artificially induced? Because when you get there, your body, this stress response, the fight or flight response, is there to make sure that you stay alive and that your baby stays alive. So you're in fight or flight. You're running from the tiger. So your body has shut down every single pathway to giving birth so that you have everything that you need, all the resources you need to be able to run away and flee from the tiger to safety. So now when you're in the hospital, your labor has stalled. So 50% of women are getting artificially induced. No surprise there. This is just the recipe for childbirth now. 50% induced. Now, what happens once you're induced, that actually increases the intensity of the contractions that you experience. I've had 2 babies. You tell me that you're going to increase the contraction and the pain that I experience, then sign me up for the epidural, because that's what's next. The intensity is so strong already, we don't need to make it any stronger. So now we've got the epidural in play, and is it no surprise to you that when we stop all feeling, not just pain, but feeling, there's an extremely intimate relationship that a mom has with her baby while she's delivering. In fact, mom is making all kinds of different adjustments to her pelvis and to her hips at the same time that the baby is moving and shifting its body to make sure that it's going to be able to exit the pelvic cavity as well. Okay, so that's what's happening. But now, once you have the epidural, mom no longer can feel that or experience that or know where her body needs to be in order to get the baby out. No, not only that, but she no longer feels the sensation of being able to, and knowing when she needs to push, because that's instinctual as well. So now she's not experiencing that, and she's not experiencing the need to push. So now, recipe, we're just following the recipe, 33% of women have a C-section. That's the recipe for birth in America. It's not natural, it's not how your body was designed, and it's not any safer. We have been led to believe, and we have been lied to, that you are safer, it's safer for you to have your baby in a hospital surrounded by medical doctors, when in fact it's the exact opposite. Modern day obstetrics have made childbirth more dangerous not safer. And the only reason why, and not the only reason, but one of the only reasons why midwives are still able to practice today is because they were able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's actually safer to have your baby at home than it is to have your baby in a hospital. And not only that, at home they use 10 times less intervention. Now, complications and interventions can arise as childbirth. However, we know that is actually going to happen more often when you are in the hospital than when you are at home. It's almost as if they are going to, in fact, women are almost certain to need the interventions that they provide. And here's the thing, not only are you going to need it, but at the end of the day, no matter how horrible and how awful your experience was, you end up being grateful and thankful that they saved your life, when it was that caused the need for the intervention in the first place. It's like, it would be like me getting on a plane, or you getting on a plane tomorrow, and as you're stepping onto the plane, the pilot says, hey, you know what, I'm actually gonna crash this thing today, but here's a parachute. So when this parachute saves your life, I'd expect you to come and thank me for saving your life tomorrow. Things go wrong so often in a hospital that it's almost expected. That's actually what normal childbirth has become. So much so that women who have their babies at home are called brave or are called reckless. Heard that one too. And I ask you, shouldn't it be the other way around? Now, this is not about you. This is not about your experience with childbirth. This is a plea to our culture to open their eyes. Women, take back childbirth. There's a better way. It was not intended to be this way ever. Trust your innate mom. Tell mommy what you just said.
Lady can't go to hospital.
To do what?
To get her baby out.
What'd you tell me, Justice?
A lion chasing a baby